Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Ready Nurse Nay. Today's video, we're going to be talking about lessons from my daddy, Ray. So a little bit of introduction. I have two fathers that I love very dearly and that have been, they're just very special pieces in my life. I wouldn't be the person that I am today without just their presence and their gift to my life. So one of my fathers, Daddy Byrne, he is alive and well. He's a truck driver and doing fine. He actually had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, Dad. And he's doing well. My second father, he passed away from COVID back in 2020. So this video today is dedicated to him. Okay, so when I think of my daddy Ray's legacy, I think of, for me personally, how I would sum it up in 3 words would be faith, family, and fun. Faith, family, and fun. Let's start with the first one, faith. How he demonstrated faith. Faith, it takes courage to maybe to believe in things that you may not can physically see or even all the way explain. It takes faith to believe in God. It takes faith to love and to trust and to stand and persevere in times of great difficulty and trials. And if you are married, or I don't know if you've ever been married, but it takes faith, you know, to stand in your marriage, because marriage, as beautiful as a covenant as it can be, it can also be very difficult. So it takes, okay, that's a bird back there. It takes faith and courage to live life, but also faith and courage to have a good marriage. And one of the things that my daddy Ray exemplified was faith and courage in his marriage to my mother. I have my little notes here. I put courage to love the wife through sickness and health, rich or poor, to death do us part, for better or worse. A lot of times when people get married on their wedding day, they don't think about, you know, all they're seeing is the good. You know, oh, this is the richer part. Typically they're getting married, it's the richer part, it's the healthy part. You know, you're excited, you're in that life part, you're in that better part. But they don't always think about the bad times that are gonna come. You know, the sickness that are coming. You're gonna get sick if you live on this earth. You're gonna get sick. You know, whether it's a cold, a flu, or something like cancer, or even, you know, more extreme, you're gonna get sick. Whether it's the poorer part, you know, whether it's the death, you know, who dies first. Those things happen, and you don't really typically think about that on your wedding day. You don't really talk about it. You know, we're focused on the good. Well, when I look at my daddy Ray and my mom's marriage, they experienced the good and the bad. And through, you know, she's had some health issues and some health concerns, you know, within the last several years of her life, and thank God she's overcome it. But my daddy Ray stood with her through like all of that. You know, he still was kind to her, he still was loving to her, and it's such a good example of, you know, just like love and courage, that the love that he had for my mom, and just the courage that he stood there and honored his vows. You know, instead of leaving through sickness, he stayed through the sickness, and he was there through the sickness and the health. And instead of leaving when things got poor, you know, when things were poor, I remember, you know, we've always had a well life, but you know, sometimes things happen, whether you, maybe somebody loses a job or something like that. You know, he stayed, and he lost his job one time, she stayed. You know, they were there through the richer and the poorer, till death do us part. You know, when my daddy Ray was dying in the hospital, on the hospital bed from COVID, like, she was there holding him down, you know. And so you're seeing, you know, you're seeing the ups, and I was able to see the ups and the lows, the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows in their marriage. And it was just, you know, it's like you're seeing like this courage and this faith take place, something that I could, you know, just be proud about. Like, I'm proud of them for sticking it out and staying. Like, it's a good example to me to look to for even my marriage. So just seeing that courage. I wrote in here a memory. The only time I actually saw my daddy Ray crying was at church on a Sunday when I think he went up to ask for prayer for my mom when she was having her health issues, and I've never seen him cry. That's the only time I saw him cry, which his love for her was so deep that, he wanted so much for her to be well and to be whole, and that's what he was crying for. He was crying because she was suffering, and he didn't want that for her, and now that I think about it, some of the positive health outcomes that she's experienced now, even a year, 2 years after his death, the benefits that she has in her health now are from some of the research and the different things that he did. That courage and that faith and his love for her still rings on. And so just that faith part, being courageous. And the little scripture that I wrote all kinds of stuff, but I'm kind of keeping on topic. But Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I would encourage you to read all of Joshua 1, and then, even before that, 2 Samuel 10:12, and then all of Joshua 1, just to kind of get the full story of what was going on then, where God promised the Israelites this land of milk and honey, and Joshua was leading, helping lead them, but they had to go through some fighting and some difficulty before they could get it, but it was still theirs. And that's where that faith and that courage comes from. Even though God might promise you, these good things and these blessing things, you still sometimes have to go through some trials to get it, and you have to maintain your faith and be courageous as you're going through those difficulties to get to your land of milk and honey. That's something that, like, my daddy Ray exemplified, and that I will forever carry with me and even teach to my kids. Family. He loved all of his kids, all of his family. He would cook for all of the holidays. He would take care of all of us, provide for all of us as his children. His family was very important to him. And that's something definitely that his parents, and then even my mom's parents, taught them, and then they taught that in me and my siblings, to just the importance of family and the family unit. And I didn't realize how much work goes into cooking for, like, family events. Was it last year or the year before? Me and one of my brothers cooked for the 4th of July. He barbecued and I did the sides and stuff like that. And yeah, that took some work. It was work to buy the stuff. It was work to cook it and prepare it, and then work to clean up afterwards. That was a blessing, and I was very happy that it was successful. Everybody had a good time, but that took work. And so it now, as an adult, it makes me think of, wow, he really took time and effort to plan these events and cook these events because family was so important to him. And that's a lesson that goes on, and that I take even now, that you can it's okay to sacrifice the time, sacrifice the money, and even sacrifice the cleanliness of your house so that you can put on an event that brings family together, because family is important. And somebody got to sacrifice something if they want to keep bringing their family together. And sometimes it may have to be you, and it's important, though. It's worth it. And that lesson is something, like I say, I learned from my mom, my daddy Ray, my grandmother. It was just, even more like strengthened, understanding the work that was put into it. And I'm just thankful for it. My daddy Ray, he was the life of the party, a jokester. Okay, I think there's birds or something behind me, but he was the life of the party, a jokester, loved to tell jokes, loved to have fun, a good time, and he never met a stranger. Everyone that met him loved him, and some of the things that he enjoyed to do for fun, he enjoyed football, he liked a good glass of beer, he loved great food, and just the fun. Even another memory, even after he passed, and this might have been a couple months after he passed away, and I went to go visit his grave, at the graveyard. And I remember I had bought 2 Subway cookies, and I was like, I'm gonna just eat one cookie. I don't need to eat both cookies. And I was like thinking that in my head, and it was almost like I could hear him, like my guardian angel, and he was like, just eat 2 cookies, Nay. Just eat both of them. It's gonna be okay. Eat both of the cookies. And so you know what? I ate both of the cookies, and they were good. But even, you know, just his legacy of fun, just, you know, having fun with your family, having fun with your spouse, having fun with your kids, just relaxing and enjoying your life. You know, he lived that. And from me seeing him live and enjoy his life despite the difficulties, despite some of the many challenges that he faced, it's just a good example that I have to enjoy my life as well and have fun, and put, you know, what's the word? You know, and make deposits into my family, and spend time with my family and sacrifice so that we can stay together and have faith and just trusting in God, and being courageous even through difficult, challenging circumstances. Now, obviously, there's way more stuff that he's taught me, but those, if I had to kind of sum it up in this little, you know, 10-minute video, it will be those things: faith, fun, and family. So I hope this blessed you guys and was inspirational to you guys. I think we need to make it normal to be able to talk about loved ones after they pass, you know, just have conversations with them, because, you know, even 20 years from now, if somebody you love passed away, those lessons that they taught you are still there. It's still evident in your life every day when you're teaching your kids the lessons that loved one taught you that had passed away. You know, it's still evident in your life. So I think we need to normalize talking about it, and that's how the generations to come will learn. You know, you talk about, you know, your parents or loved ones who passed away with the kids, and they talk about it with, it's like it keeps going on. And I think it's a healing process to talk about, you know, they were here, they may not be here anymore, they're in heaven in a better place, but they taught me a lot and I learned a lot, and this is how I'm able to teach you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, like it. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I think I might make this a series, lessons, so that I've learned from different individuals and loved ones who have passed away. So hope you like it. Share your stories that you have learned from your loved ones who have passed away, and the sun is coming out. And I'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you next video. Bye.
And a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew all the planes we flew? Good thing.